Alright, let's let people know that we are live on Discord. Ooh, Mightiest Governor, enemy elimination, okay. Let's let people know that we are. Yo, Prince Boom, how's it going, man? Welcome to 2939, man. Alright, let's finish up Project Vortex first. Yo, Rizal Infinity, how's it going, man? Ah. Ah! Got some retraining to do. Just gotta get gold. Yeah, let's go. Hey Johnny, how's it going, man? Actually, this is a big day for my restart. Yeah. It looks like Project Vortex, we are getting Pierce unlocked for the very first time. So we're gonna go ahead and do that here on this account. I'm still split on whether or not I should use Pierce for my KVK1 instead of Sun Tzu. But we'll test him out throughout pre-KVK1 and then kind of determine whether or not we're going to use Pierce or not. Obviously, I think Sun Tzu ISG is the safest choice that we have. Let's go, Pierce. Where is Pierce at? There you go. I'm gonna star him. And then let's see. Can I level him up to 10? Okay. Hey Kirk, how's it going? Alright. Yeah, I do want to test Pierce's viability out as much as I can. Obviously, a lot of people will want to see Pierce as part of my infantry video, right? So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If we get really lucky with Pierce heads, maybe we'll make him our primary commander. Good, how are you, man? I'm doing good, man. Thank you for asking. Is there Pierce on the city already? No. Not yet. Okay. Do we have some amazing chests? Not yesterday, it seems like. Which is good, which is fine. Not overnight, at the very least. Alright. Ooh, we got Batman head. I don't know if I can get it. Yeah, I don't think I can beat this guy. Can I? Oh wait, hold on. What am I doing? All my gears moved over to charge Mantel already. Yo, see you in 8 hours. What's happening in 8 hours, my friend? Colin? I might sacrifice getting 10 spins on Esmeralda House to save gems for 100 YSG spin. Yeah, that might not be a terrible idea, man. $100 spin is always very valuable. Now I heard Scipio Africanus can be a good pairing for Charles Martel. So let's level him up too. Where's Scipio at again? Yeah, I heard he could be pretty good. Oh, migration open for 50. Yo. Yes, yes. Wish 50 though. That's nice. Yeah. I heard. Yeah, I heard this getting very close. I think 3850 might be open for migration soon too, given that we just finished. So that's why I was like not 100% sure. Alright. Go to Vengeance. Claim some of yours. Ah. My first actual fight is gonna happen soon in KVK. Yo. Good luck with that, Johnny. Good luck with that. Wait, I do wanna test Pierce out for a bit. Would it be better if I just use Pierce and something else? Well, we just got what? Okay, we just got this guy. Okay. Oh, Pierce. Did some decent kills as well as a lot of units remaining. Okay, not too bad. Let's find out. Let's find out more. Okay. Oh, this time Pierce tanked and died first. Gotta fight the big boys. Yeah. Against the strongest kingdom. Yo, that's gonna be scary. Spamming Ceroles? Might need to do that either today or tomorrow too. Okay, we fought. Okay, Pierce is not the strongest at the moment. I can see. Oh, this one won. Okay, but he's a good tank, it looks like. Yeah, he's being a good tank for now for our comp at this moment. Now I do wanna... Yeah, let's go ahead and test it out. What if he went Charles Martel Pierce? Although he's like level 1 skill should be pretty weak, right? 600 damage factor, 10% normal damage buff, yeah. I can help if you need it, yeah? Maybe. Charles Martel Pierce. Okay, that's a very tanky Marsh. It is tempting, because that's like a true way of playing infantry, in my opinion. Like, you just deal a ton of normal damage in KVK1 as a normal damage and counterattack damage, and hide behind your shield, you know? So I would say that is a very infantry way of fighting in KVK1. We'll see, we'll see. I think inevitably I'll have to kind of play around with Pierce one way or the other. But yeah. I'm glad that they give away Pierce and Tutmos like that in the earlier part of the game too. Like, if you get unlucky like me, you'll never get Pierce unlocked. I want to do Ciroli with your Vortex account if possible. I don't even know if Ciroli's here. Yeah, Ciroli's not even unlocked. Yeah, Ciroli's not even unlocked here. Maybe for my max level newbie. Yeah, let's wait for the max level newbie then. But all right, that was interesting. I think my my barb chaining marches would look something like this then. Let's see. Is this even sustainable? I'm not in your game group chat. I'll add you to it. Don't worry. Okay, it looks not too bad. Cow is kind of taking a lot of damage. God. KVK1 marches is so slow. Maybe because I don't have war tech right now. Like, all my tech is just focused on economic tech at this point, so. Alright. It's not too terribly bad. Alright. I think that's not too bad. Obviously, we'll have to train more troops. Kind of fill in the blank, if you will. But I think I'm not too dissatisfied by what I just saw. As long as we have more troops, I think we're okay. Alright. Pierce day 1. Not too bad. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to my Max Level Newbie account. Because we have armaments unlocked on this account as of today. Yo, Super Savage, how's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. Yes, everyone, we have armaments unlocked in this account. Let's go ahead and get Met for my remaining swap points. There you go. This is the armament building. Where should we put it? I think I like to put my armament stuff on the upper right corner, so it kind of separates itself away from everything else. Hold on. It's right above Peerless Scholar. I don't like that. There you go. Should be separate away from everything else. And we'll level it up right off the get-go. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing well as well. Never realized how bad I was when I started until I created my second account, and it is so much better. Yeah. Like believe it or not, I personally am very surprised how much this account has progressed with the level of effort and spending that I've done for this account versus my main account. Like main account, I was very inefficient in my opinion. So, ooh, okay. What is this? Oh, this is a gathering armaments. Okay. Ooh, they start selling you armament stuff right away. Hey. That's the Lilith that I remember. But yeah, as far as what I remember, I think you can get the State Forum leveled up to a degree without spending a lot on this. Because they give you a lot for just upgrading. Okay, so they start charging you now. So let's go ahead and do some travels.
The State Forum allows you to travel with a chosen commander for great rewards. Have a look.
Ooh, okay. Conquerors, I have Met here. No. I'm not traveling blindly like that. I'm doing Wedge, Pincer, Delta. There you go. Alright guys. Let's do our very first armament temple. How old is my max level newbie? Because I've never seen that building before. This is 150 days. So it looks like we can unlock our armament stuff a day after, maybe the week after your first cave candy. But with that said, let's test our very first 10 pulls for daily armaments in our max level newbie account, guys. Let's see. Okay, some epic. Oh, okay, 2% cavalry stats, not too bad. Now I need archers, guys. Do I have anything? Ooh, triple infantry stats. Something I can get this started off by. Not too good. That's not too good. Ooh, some archer stuff. Okay. Let's try. Oh, okay. I already got a travel going. Oh. Does that mean I get a legendary, perhaps? Or inscribed? Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. I'll take that. Well, yo, what's going on? I just spent 30 gems and it gave me a lot of different good stuff for my tuplos already. It's not too bad for a starter. Okay. Nah, I don't have anything else really good. Oh, yeah, okay. Look at that. Hardy is 2.5% archer health. This is nice for day one. Like the very first 10 pull. I already got like more than 10% of stats, right? Because 2.5 plus 3.6 is what? 6.1 and 7.2. Yeah. Right on, guys. Right on. Does anyone else have really good runes or armors already? Not really. All right, let's do some more upgrades. Johnny, when I finish my first KBK 1, I'm going to be confused because I don't know what armor stuff and how it works. You just gotta follow what I just did. When you make this state forum building, which is where you'll be able to kind of get armors to start with, all you gotta do is upgrade it up to level 7 without doing too much, without worrying too much about your stuff. You can always, whenever you upgrade, you'll always get some of these guys back. The Sage's Testimony back. And when you do, you can just go ahead and rebuild, re-upgrade them a lot more. And then when you go into the Travel's Tales, all you gotta remember is that you gotta choose Wedge for skill damage, Pincer for smite damage, and Delta for combo damage. And those three are what you're gonna go for now until they release new formations that is related to skill damage or Pincer, smite damage, or combo damage. That's it. That's it, really. That's all you gotta remember. Alright, let's see if we can get one better. No, not really. Okay. Haha. Oh, Cerolis, Esmeraldas. Alright, some trading speed ups. Nothing too exciting. Now, I do want to level this up earlier as soon as possible, although I usually would like to just reserve some gems for this. So let's go ahead and level this up as much as we can without spending too much gems. Because the earlier that you get started on the armaments farming, I think is the better.
Victory belongs to the valiant, but also the cunning.
How do you get Sage's Testimony? So when you upgrade your building, they give it to you in the beginning. And also, you can get Sage's Testimony from doing Traveler's Tales too. And then I think when you start, when you get to level 10, you can do dispatches, and then you can get Sage's Testimony there. And when you recycle armors, you can also get Sage's Testimony here as well from the recycled coins. So you can get silver coin. So there's this currency called silver coin, and you can get those when you recycle a bunch of different armors. Like I don't need any of these guys because they're kind of useless for me right now. So I'm gonna dismantle all of them. I got 17, right? I can go straight to the courier station. And you can, when you press your courier station, there is another button that just appears as you unlock this building. And that's where you can actually get the Sage's Testimony. You can see I got like 17 of them just now. And when I have this building level 9, you also get some refund as you level them up. I do want to get to level 10 to unlock dispatches, so let's go ahead and do that right now. No Kevin yet. I know. Where's Kevin today? It must be really early for Australia though right now. So that's probably what it is. Alright, my patience is running out. Upgrade to level 10. Ooh, okay. Nameplate. That's not what I'm here for. Yeah, upgrade the state form to level 10. Yeah, so I would recommend though, what I would recommend for everyone is that you level it up to level 10 of the state form first. So that way you can actually send out your troops for dispatch like this, right? And yeah, these are where you can actually get the dispatch commendations, where you can get up to like 100 sages testimony. This way that you don't you get this started as early as possible, so that you can eventually you know, save up some gems that you can potentially use for sage's testimony at the end. It's my suggestion, but everyone's probably up to their own kind of decisions. Ooh, War Hunger. Deal 1% more normal damage to all troopers. Ooh, Transmutation Stone as Windfall. Let's go. That is very nice. Let's see if we can get some the cavalry and infantry setup started. So I'm gonna put everything that I need up for infantry on Purist first. Like all the things that kind of would go on an infantry march on Purist first. For now. Obviously, like, Sun Tzu is not going to benefit too much from pincer formation at the end. Now I'll use Minamoto as kind of like my repository for Delta. Do I have anything that's like good? This is not too bad. But everything else is trash for me. So, but yeah, this is pretty good. Like the fact that I was able to actually get to a decent stat from my first 10 pull. That's pretty awesome. Now you do want to set the wish list up for these. What I would usually recommend is that instrument as your first choice for a wish list. I know that a lot of people do prefer the last piece, which is Honors of Pantheon for the legendary inscription pity. But you know, I think a lot of the latest release kind of formations for new players has actually reserved most of its power on the instrument. For example, Delta, if you go to Delta, like, instrument is where you can get the butterfly effect, which will give you 20% extra trigger chance for a combo. And that is like the most powerful inscription that you can find in Delta at the end. For Pincer, I would say, yeah. For Pincer, I would say Demolisher is the most powerful inscription that you'll find among all Pincers. So there you go. So what I would do personally is that you set everything up so that you start off with the instrument before anything else. What I do not recommend though is that you start off with either the scroll or the banner, because you can get those from this one from KVKs and this one from mileage. When you win a KVK, you can get something called Altar Testimony, and that would actually get you an inscription for the scroll one, the hunter that you actually saw earlier. And then for the banner, as soon as you can get about 180 legendary material, a legendary inscription recycled times 8 times. I know that this sounds crazy for now if you guys are unlocking the inscriptions right now, but it will come. Like eventually this will be unlocked. And there you can actually get you saw the balance that I was just looking at for Wedge. And for Pincer, you'll be able to get the airtight. For Delta, you'll be able to get the steel skin, right? So those two. So if you're setting your wish list for your pity, I would not do either of those two, and either the instrument or the emblem will be what I would suggest for the very first one. So if you chose your first what I would say first pity for Armament as the instrument like I did, after you get this, I'll go ahead and do this afterwards on anything that you have, whether like traveling basically, so that you can eventually get both of them converted over to one what do you call it, one formation set, and then have like full legendary inscriptions eventually. So that's what I'll recommend for those of you who are watching this for the very first time. We get the best traveler. Look, I'm the best traveler, working on my 5th one in K2. Let's go, man. Now I do want to take a look at what unlocks after this. Okay, level 24 is when you can go all the way up to 20 daily travel chances. And then level 19 is when you can max out the daily dispatch chances. Okay. I think I do want to level it up to at least like 14 or 15 today. So let's go ahead and do that, guys. The gem amount is a little too much. But these are for like your future too. Like eventually I think that's what's gonna kind of, this is like the first step in your armor system. You really want to get this like started as soon as possible so that you can get all those mileages going for your account. Hi Musa, I put together my first Delta set with 5255 Achilles. Yo, that sounds nice. How's it going, Logos Monger? Like, is it doing well? I saw that on Mafu's video that it's not doing too well for him at the very least. So I hope it's not the same for you, man. All right. Yeah, let's get this kind of leveled up as much as we can for today. I know that we are kind of wasting gem on here, but I think those are gonna be worth it eventually. Now, do I want to get this though? Doesn't like. Doesn't this unlock some epic stuff? Let's try though. Yeah, I don't remember what this gave us. Yeah, let's try. Yeah, it's been so long since I actually bought one of those. So like when you get like your first epic set or something along the lines of that, I don't know if they gave you something. Also, we need some gems for. Yeah, we need some gems for upgrading. There you go. So, Talisman of Support. Okay, this looks like a very good deal. All right, we got some gems. I think we can use those for upgrading. Probably today. But let's see if we can get something out of these chests. Wish you bought that bundle on the main? Yeah, actually, this is actually not that bad. Now I'm looking at it. Now I do want to put those on my sunduck before I actually forget about it. So let's go ahead and not forget about these. I think it was a line formation, right? Yeah, these give you long-term value in terms of gathering, especially for gold. So make sure whenever you guys, and if you guys do get this, make sure you guys put it on your sunduck. It gives you 18% gold speed. No, not 18%. 24% gold speed, 20% load, and it gives you a lot of gold gathering speed related inscriptions. And like lows and like special like rewards, so this is actually not that bad. Now what I do want to see today is what I'm gonna get from the formation choice chest. Obviously I think for this account, because this is an archer account, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get the wedge formation. Let's see if we can get the first legendary inscription. Inscribe armaments. Legendary inscribe armaments. Not legendary inscription armament, because that's gonna be insane. Well, let's see. Alright, no legendary inscription, but I do see Swift is not too bad. Maybe I'll give that to my infantry, but yeah. Ooh, okay. Some cap stats. Decent cap stats. Decent archer stats. Overall, not so exciting. Wedge formation. Let's go. Yeah, nothing too exciting. Oh, okay. Amulet of support. They're giving you a lot. They're giving you a lot of packages in the beginning. Okay, let's go ahead and try this too. Wedge formation. Waiting on Kevin. Kevin will kill me. What? You have good inscription about on the bad equipment? Oh no, not yeah, kind of. But I think for the beginning players, like for example for me, I think Sun Tzu can use that wedge formation eventually. So we'll see. All right, let's get it. Okay, no legendary inscription whatsoever. So I'm kind of getting unlucky in that department. Brawler, okay, Brawler's pretty nice, but pretty bad stats. Do I get, oh, retaliation? But 2.1% stats. Let's lock that for now. Okay, some archer stats. That's not too bad. Archer speeds and all damage. I don't know what I have on the slot, so we're gonna lock anything that looks viable at this point because, like, you know, I'm early game. Okay, we got some gems, so now that we can actually go ahead and upgrade this. Oh, 1700. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of gems, guys. Let's get as many of those as possible first. Let's recycle everything that I didn't lock. Got myself some 20. And let's get the Sage's testimony. Upgrade this. Get the refund. 1400. Yeah, but I think it's worth it in the beginning. Oh, okay. Yo, would I be getting my first inscribed legendary armaments? Let's see. Mafu, welcome, man. Always good to have you in the chat. Oh, okay, legendary inscription. But really bad stats. And no overlapping, yeah, no cavalry. Those things I can't use. So those things, although it's a legendary inscription, I'll have to kind of throw away at the end. And if you collect 180 of those gold stuff, then you'll be able to trade in for one of those inscription shard chests. For a chance, you might be able to get some inscription chests. I haven't seen a legendary inscription for this, but I don't know if that's possible. But yeah, you can get those, and then you'll get, for each one of those things that you actually open, you'll get one of those inscription shards. And then when you collect 8 of them, you'll be able to get one of them traded into a banner's legendary inscription. So yeah, for those of you who are wondering how that works, that's how it works. Now it is starting to get really expensive on the Sage's testimony section. Should I, like, how far do I need to go again? Okay, I have 2 more daily dispatch. If I can, I wanted to go to like level 20. Let's see. God, it would have been much better if I had more than gem going on today. Clag, what's going on, man? Welcome. You push yours to level 16 on the first day? Yeah, we can't push too far because it's like too costly in terms of gems. And you're gonna eventually get the Sage's testimony. So yeah, so let's go ahead and see. Yeah, it's like 3,000 gems already. Major dispatch chance is 5% though. Yeah, if I can, I would want to get it to level 20. I don't think I can though. Yeah, so let's upgrade this. Maybe level 16. Let's stop where Mafu stopped. I'm gonna believe Mafu made a good choice. and then we'll go ahead and see. Did a lot of people buy the legendary inscription stuff? Not really. The rare the epic inscription stuff. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Not a lot of 3850 members seems to have purchased those. Yeah, they got like Armory Alchemy, which is different bundle. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's slowly build this eventually. Yeah, like I'm not spending more gems on this. This is too much. But for day 1, like I said, maybe we'll get lucky from these. But from day 1, it's not too bad. I got 5 of them dispatched. So that's good. That means that I'll be able to unlock one of those chests every 3 days. For me to get 100 of the Sage's Testimony every 3 days. Which is going to be really, really good. You looked up a guide on it. Yeah, it does sound a lot like a very reasonable thing to do. Like, cause at 16 you get the extra major dispatch chance, and major dispatch chance is what you really, really want, right? Yeah. Like once it gets to like 7%, I know that it's like the best, but like yeah, the amount of gems you need to push for that, yeah, it's too much. There's a guy for that, right? Alright. So let's just go ahead and finalize our inscriptions. Okay. So day 1, guys. Day 1. Let's see if I can get this to a better one. Oh, 3.1% stats. I doubt that I have something better. Brawler. 1.5% skill damage is kind of nice though. March speed is also really good. But I think for now, 1.7% stats is better. Do I have anything else that is actually possible? No. Nothing that beats Hardy, which is 2.5% stats. Yeah, my 2 most for day 1 is not too bad. It looks like. So we got what, 7% stats if you add the attack and defense. So 10.6% stats overall with 2.5% extra. So what is that? 13.1% stats overall. Yeah, not too bad for day 1, guys. Not too bad for day 1. Just pulled it out. And yeah, for my main march, I got 13% extra stats, including 5.1%, 6.1% stats of health. It is amazing. Now for infantry, let's see. We got Swift, so let's go ahead and give that one to this guy. Our Sun Tzu. We can give this for now. And Brawler, yeah, we can give it to Sun Tzu. Okay, not too bad. Swift and Brawler are both really good. Let's go over to Minamoto. Now I do wanna set. Let's give all the Delta stuff for now on double C. Just because I think Minamoto, I still want to give him some wedge stuff. Because Minamoto does still do skill damage, right? Alright, what do we have here? Retaliation. Okay, we can give it for now. Nothing on the second one. Yeah, we got a lot of stats for this one. And maybe this for eventually. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all, I'll say. For the very first day. Now, what I'll do over the time, let's just get one more. Just in case I got lucky. Let's get another one. Ooh, okay. So, don't do this, guys. Don't do this. But if you're a gambler like me, you'll click on those like gemming dispatches every now and then. And sometimes you get lucky. And whenever you see an unskippable dialogue like this one, this is when you get like either, I think for my main, it's like only for legendary inscription with legendary armament with like normal inscriptions or better. But yeah, for me right now, I'm not getting something that's really that amazing. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. At least I had the hope of getting that at the end of the day. Alright. So yeah, that was our day 1 of armaments for my max level newbie account. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the recording for the video. I'm gonna go ahead and continue the live stream. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. As always, I'll see y'all in the next video. Alright, peace! I go up to 300 gem pulls every day. Yeah, so like, let's go to my main account, because that's what I do all the time, right? Like, I think I go up to like when they kind of give you a weird, like 10 times pull sometimes. Now, like my main is drained because I just went through more than gem, like 100%. Because of my Hector. So yeah, my main Does not have any gems. But when I do my dispatch on this, I do 10 times. Obviously everything's trash. Obviously everything's trash. But like from 30, I think 30 is definitely worth it, right? 50 I think is sometimes worth it. And then you get some like windfalls every now and then, right? And then like you go up to like 5, yeah. And then after this, I think I kind of stop. Is when it goes up to 200. Yeah. So same as you, Clyde. I think I kind of stop around here on daily basis. Now, with that said, though, we might have some rerolls up for us today. Let's see if we can get some good rerolls somewhere here. All right. Yeah, let's reroll our 2.8% attack in my perfect armament. Because you guys know me, I'm a perfectionist when it gets to my main cavalry stuff. Because I'm a rally lead. And at the end of the day, if anything is lower than 3.3% or 3.2%, I lose my, excuse my language, I lose my shit. So I'm gonna try to reroll this until I get something that is remotely close to my 3.5% on this. To be really honest, I think I might reroll this indefinitely until I reach 3.5% attack. Because this armament right here, guys, my cavalry defense is 3.5%. That is perfect stats on defense. And all damage 2% is also perfect stats on all damage. And the only thing that we're missing here is cavalry attack. And it is missing 0.7%. Just for the sake of making this the quote-unquote perfect scroll, I might reroll this until I get 3.5% cavalry attack. I could be wrong, but that's what I might end up doing eventually. Not today, but eventually. But let's go though. Let's go ahead and transmutate this for the daily transmutation. Let's see if we get anything. Cheers. And no, I got 2.1% siege attack. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Musa, looks like 3850 is cooked. Yes. I'll probably make a video on that later. Not today. But soon. So yeah, I'll probably make a video about it soon. 3850 is in a really bad spot. The account that we were just on. It is what it is though, but like yeah. So Mafu, tell us more about geared up. Who bought the geared up? Is it you, Prince Boom? Did we get Prince Boom to buy a geared up? Is that what it is? Because it says Alliance member, but I know just the guy who will buy geared up for today. And that is Prince Boom. Ah, we got some shared armors. Look at that, dude. This is insane. Huge upside potential. Bro, I wish I got that, man. 2% all damage. This can be any. Like, this could be like any. Like, this could be the best banner for any troop type. Yeah, you want 2% all damage on those things, and then you just want to reroll this into different stats. All the rest of it. Man, this is really, really good. OP. Yeah, I want that. I want something like that, guys. Like, cause mine's at 3.5% health, but like health has limitations, upper limitations compared to all damage, in my opinion. Maybe, yeah, that was you. I knew it was you, Prince Boom. It's sad to see it go. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, so I logged into my phone real quick because I wanted to get onto my farm to join my own rally. So I do apologize for that. Let me go ahead and move to my farm. I'm gonna log in. Yeah, that's the perfect flag for flag to inscribe. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can, it has no inscriptions on it, so you don't even need to use more than one conversion stone. So yeah, like if I had that today, no siege mart. Move it over to Pincer or Data and inscribe pity banner special inscription. Wait, look at that. Oh my god. Great inscription too. Yeah, let me see. Someone's actually joining my rally. Okay. Dr. Chop, let's join his. And I'm gonna have my farm join on my phone. On both of them. Yeah, that was my farm, by the way. Metatron is my farm on my phone. Did I just join Dr. Chops as well? Which bundle for armor is worth the money? Like, which armor bundle is a must get? If you rewind back a little bit, the one that gives you perfect epic gathering bundle pop-up is worth it. So the ones that give you, I think it's on my gathering commanders. Yeah, I think it's in my Sundock. The ones that give you these, yeah, these are 100% worth it, in my opinion. I know they're $10, I know they're gathering, but they are 100% worth it. And when you get those, you'll get 2 different pop-ups that I just saw. And those will give you more value for your epic armaments and all those things on the spot than any of those like other ones that you'll be able to get. Yeah, anything that you can get from the armor revealed by self-defense, for example. So yeah, those are worth it. Any pop-ups are worth it, in my opinion. And then anything beyond that, I'm not too sure. Because armaments, like, you need to like. So there was time that I bought full armament bundles before. But like, yeah, like it was worth it at the time, and then it's not worth it anymore for me, right? For me, if I get any mediocre stuff, it's not gonna upgrade my main Arthur. It's gonna do nothing to my main Arthur set. If I do, like, it's not even gonna do anything to my Ho Chu Bing. It's not gonna do anything to my Qin Shi Huang armaments. Like, it's gonna be very rare for me to find anything that is from the packages right now. Even if I spent like $400 on those armament bundles that you see, like right now. Yeah, I don't think any of like these ones or like the better version of this one that pops up every other week would actually give me value. Now for me, what is more valuable is actually one of those guys. Armory, Alchemy, and Recast and Reforge. So those 2 things are worth more than me for me at this point. because convergence stones actually are worth a lot of things for me. So it really depends on where you are. It really depends on where you are. For me, this is worth it. Like 20 transmutation stone, by all means, this is everything that I need. Like cause I need to reset my stats for this guy. Like, right? I just talked about how I'm about to reset this indefinitely. Having 20 transmutation stone is worth it. Right? But even for me at this point, like the value of this one is kind of fading away, right? Because like I'm gonna eventually get the transmutation stones, right? $50 for 20 transmutation stones. I already have one of the best Delta setups. I'm basically aiming for that 0.1% advantage against the best cavalry Delta users, Delta set users at the end of the day, right? There's no way that I'm gonna spend $50 in hopes that there's like 0.5% chance that I might be able to achieve that from buying this bundle, right? So for me, even now, this is not worth it. The only thing that is worth it is probably the recast and reforge, the $10 one and the $20 one, which will give me a grand total of 3 convergence stone. I know that is a lot, but that will be worth it for me at this point. Recast and reforge. But Armory Alchemy, I think for someone who still has a lot of rerolls that they need to do, is definitely worth it. But for me at this point, like with my legendary inscription set kind of completed, the value of that in my mind has diminished quite significantly. Bought 232. I'm probably going to head to 52. Yeah, the kingdom's kind of dissipating at the end of the day. I'm putting in applications to immigration already as well, so we'll see. So yeah, so for me at this point, I don't think that one is even worth it. Like if I have indefinite funds, like if I have so much money, I think this might be worth it. But for me right now, like obviously I'm not the richest person in the world. Hell, well, yeah. So this is kind of worth it. This is more worth it. Everything else is kind of trash for me at this point. That's just my opinion. But it is what it is. Armor Reveal Thyself. Yeah, at this point, I don't even think Armor Reveal Thyself is even worth it for me. Like, there's nothing that I want here at this point, right? So yeah, like I think my spending on armaments would probably diminish quite significantly. Now all I need is transmutation stones, in my opinion. You still have the field marches to work on though, right? Yeah. I have some that I can work on. Like this is my Delta setup. That's why the conversion stones are the big thing, right? Like, I do want to transfer these over to Delta eventually, right? My wedge setup is obviously not the top notch that I have on my Arthur, right? But it is definitely something that I can make some improvements on, right? My Ho Chi Bing setup obviously is not perfect, right? Same goes with Qin Shi Huang, right? Like Hunter, fit, hardy, brutal, resistant. This is really, really good setup, but it is not perfect. It has room for improvement. But would I go spend $50, try to provide more value for my Qin Shi Huang? Probably not. Like this is, I think, quote unquote, good enough for my non-main troop armaments, in my opinion, right? Like, yeah, I have 7% health from my armaments, like brutal 3.5%. So like I have insane amount of stats from my inscriptions at the end, right? And like, what are the chances of me getting something better than this, right? So yeah, and you know, the same goes with my Bai Chi, right? I have it in Arch setup. The only thing that I need is convergence stone so that I can transfer this all over to my pincer setup. Yeah, obviously I have really good stats on all of those, but it's not really something that like I can upgrade with $10, $20, $50 investment. I need like $2,000, $3,000 investment for me to actually make this an improvement per se. So yeah, I'm not gonna touch too much with this at this point. And you know, like even my siege setup is actually pretty good, right? Ballistics and light shot, like this is what you'll need. Like this is all you need for you to get like a working siege units. So we'll see. Stop short. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's true, right? Like, I don't think. I know my big focus has been on armaments at this point, but like, from now on, I'm not sure if that's gonna be the case. You know, that's all I'm trying to say. My Bertrand is being used as a repository for all my Arch setup, though. You see that like Pulvasive and Warcry that I was using when I was using Attila Subutai on non-Dota setup. Even Neiled with a lot of different stats, but missing the legendary armaments. Forceful. This is actually an interesting one. The middle one and the last one can do a couple rerolls, but outside of that, this is not too bad. Why are we missing a banner? Oh, because I just moved over one of them. Okay, got it. For banner, I can just give it vitality? No, assertive. 2% more damage. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I do want to make a second Delta set though. Kind of. This is where I would kind of make a next investment on. So like obviously things like this, right? I'll put it on. Yeah, like I can make an okay Delta set right now, just right off of all my repositories, right? Yeah, there you go. So this is like an okay Delta setup. Not amazing, but with some amazing. I have 5.4% march speed on this. You did something funny with Cavalry Arch. 6 inscriptions related to counterattack at Attila. It has like 9 to 10% counterattack. Yeah, that's very funny. That could work really well though. I'm not gonna lie, because counterattack might even have even more of a booster than normal attack damage, because it gets like multiplier effect that one after another, right? Yeah, so I just made a decent Delta set. This is one that I was kind of thinking about working on. But like, yeah. My main steel skin is a little too good. Like, this is a blessing and a curse. My steel skin is blessing and a curse. Because it has 10% stats out of 10.5% stats. So like, if I want to reroll this all damage, like the amount of transmutation that I have to imagine going into this when I do have a legendary inscription in there, it's just too much, man. Yeah. It's too much. Like, do I even lock one of the cavalry stuff? Attila Martel will work like a charm? Yeah, that would be really good. Like, what do I do with this? Like, the stats on this, cavalry stats on this is so low. But I can't reroll this. I can't reroll 3.5% health. There's no way I'm rerolling cavalry 3.5% health. It's a max health stat, right? So yeah, like, I'm debating on this. I'm very close though. Yeah, I'm very close to getting my next Delta shard for inscription. So if I get this, I might, and this is just a might, I might get another steel skin. And I might inscribe it on here and try rerolling for perfect cavalry stats. It's gonna be tough to beat, but it is what I'm thinking at this point. The only thing that I do not like is the fact that it has 1.9% all damage versus 2% all damage. Right? I need 1.9. I need 2% all damage if I want to maximize my stats, right? So I don't know. You sent me something? You're too lucky. I agree, man. 3817 is a young kingdom too. You're already looking like you're done with inscriptions. Like this guy's like done. Don't you think? Yeah, bro, he is 3817. He is 33 kingdoms away from my restart. He had what, like 50 days ahead of me? And then now he has already like one of the perfect wedge formation that you can imagine in the game. Or the best potential Banner of the Pantheon that you can find in the game. It is insane. Prince Boom started his Delta set. Let's go. Ooh, nice. Thrasher. Thrasher's always good. Brawler. Hardy on all damage one is really good too. Now he just needs to reroll some of those stats away. Brawler and Hardy is really good though. Oh no, this one's actually not what I was thinking. I thought this was the one that gives you attack. Hardy is really good though. Like 3.5% health. Low key, this is like basically like 1.7% all damage. Yeah, this is really good. Now, let's re-roll this. Whenever I see an all damage now, I cannot pass on it. What if it's 2% all damage, guys? Nope. Nope. 0.5% all damage. Aye. Aye, aye, aye. That is not good. Oh, let's reroll one more time. It's not like I got somewhere to be. We got 2 all damage ones. Let's see if we can get some of those guys. Another epic. Unfortunate. Another epic. See, at this point, I'm wasting all the gems, right? Like, I didn't need any of this today. Let's reroll, see if I get something. Ooh, 76 for 1 special inscribe. Or 1 inscription. Probably not worth it for me. Now, there's nothing that I need though. Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing that I really need at the end. It is what it is. Got your Thrasher this week? Yeah, 2.9% attack, 2.9% defense, 2% all damage. Waiting, yo, let's go. Yeah, that's a big W flag. Yeah. That's a big W, man. Now, I don't know if I'll actually ever reroll this again, though. Like, that 3.2% health is still underwhelming. But it takes so many transmutation stones for me to get anywhere close to 3.5% health or 1.8% all damage or better. Yeah, it's a big pain in the butt. Prince, did you migrate already? Yeah, he did. He did. I'm gonna show you my Delta. You put it together last week, yeah? You can send it to... You can send it to me. You just did? Okay. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. That's what it looks like when you're just entering Season Conquest. I think that's exactly what I saw on Mafu stuff too, right? I just found your channel. Do you have any Rally Commander tier list video? Just watch the Garrison tier list. Do I not have a rally tier list? I can give it to you right now. Hold on. Do I not have a rally tier list? Really? It might be outdated though. I do not have a rally tier list, guys. Can we believe that? This is your second set? That's OP, man. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, this one is really good. This one's like very close to mine. Causative is really good. Yeah, you can use this. Do not, I would say don't touch this ever. And then yeah, what I'll recommend that you do is just go ahead and move on to a butterfly effect. Determined and strategic. Oh yeah, this is really good too. Relentless, always a very good choice. Yeah, very nice, man. Juicy set. No rally bid. Unacceptable. Well, we just got a new you just got a new person, man. We gotta give him a rally tier list. Our latest video on the... Yeah, on this actually did really well. So... Yeah, let's go ahead and start a new one. I guess that's what we're doing, guys. We're doing a rally video. I'm gonna go ahead and edit the title. Rally, best rally tier list. Best rally tier list making. Now the title of the stream is changed, guys. Oh boy, guys. Wow, thanks. No problem, man. I I'm doing it for viewership, so don't thank me 100%, man. Don't worry about it. All right. But you did Attila dirty last night, bro. That was for field units, right? That was for field units. Can't give me hard time for that. All right. Now I am prepared for this. I knew there was gonna be a time like this coming. So I think I had a lot of rally commanders kind of set up for this. So you guys give me a second while I actually open all of them up. It will take a second though. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and copy and paste those guys. A lot more. Shapur, Ashurbanipal. Yeah, let's go ahead and get all those guys in there. I do want to get more Shapur. So Shapur. No, hold on. This is how I get all the images, guys, by the way. You just gotta inspect Shapur. You go to the images. Oh no. Inspect. Select Shapur. Go to the images, and then you can download it. Save image as Shapur. There you go. Because everything is up. Let's add more Shapurs. Do we need anything else? Maybe Minamoto. Maybe some KBK1. Oh, I had Shapur Ashurbanipal. Why did I not do this? Okay. We're adding a bunch of different commanders just because we're gonna need them later, right? You did those already? Really? I don't recall. Oh, Hector might be a good one to copy and paste. No, Hector is not a rally lead. Never mind. Okay, yeah, those are the guys that I need a lot more of. I need the KBK1 and KBK2 commanders. Now I just need a couple more. I think I just need a Purist maybe. Because pure CJ is a thing apparently, you know? Ooh, look at those. Okay. Now, do I have... No, I think I'm okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, guys. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Musi Gaming here, and today... out of requests of our new and the latest subscriber, Christian Palion. Thank you for suggesting, as I was wondering what to do. We're gonna do the best rally tier list in Rising Kingdoms as of November 9th of 2025, guys. Best rally tier list. I think I've done one of those, but maybe I'm not really sure. Maybe I did. I wasn't able to find this, so we'll go ahead and do one right here. We'll add one more above, and there has been some change in my opinions, even if I did make one last time, because of how Shapur Ashurbanipal did perform against Gorgotok, right? So we're gonna go ahead and make those tier lists. Now, let's go ahead and find out. I don't think we need another row actually. So let's first define our tier list, guys. I think we should just go ahead and start from SS. double S tier. I don't think there is a triple S tier right now in Rise of Kingdoms for a rally, just because of the fact that like there isn't a single rally that can beat everything, right? There isn't a Gorga Tokugawa. Let's just be 100% just bluntly straight up. There is no Gorga Tokugawa for rally or garrison. There's not one single garrison that beats everything, right? So even Shapur Ashurvanapal does lose to Gorgo Tokugawa in trade. We just saw this happen in Chisco's balance mode testing in Ark of Osiris. So there is no triple S for rally. It is a garrison meta. We just gotta start off by acknowledging that this is a garrison meta at the end of the day, right? Yes, I need this for my K2 account. Let's go. Let's go. So SS just means that most best rally of the troop type. So, for example, we'll put the best cavalry rally in there, best infantry rally in there, best archer rally in there, and so forth. S means that best rally alternative. So, let's say there is a way for you to kind of, play around with your rally stuff. If you don't have the most meta rally commanders, what could be the alternative? What could be the situational better version of those? I think could be S tier. And A tier is usable meta. So now the reason why this is a little different from yesterday's tier list is simple. It's because rallies in Rise of Kingdoms should always aim for the best results whatsoever, right? So even at the A tier list, it does not get down to, okay, well, like, it is meta. No, if it's not the best or the second best alternative, it is barely usable at the end of the day. That's just the nature of rally, in my opinion. So hence we'll say A tier is usable, and then the B tier is gonna be very niche rallies, and then C tiers is used but not for not competitive. There you go. I think that's pretty fair, right? If you have C tier for not competitive, then that's fair. Now, what do I do with the D tier and the F tier? No, we're not throwing these away. Actually, let's just go ahead and remove C tier. Because I think once you get to very niche rallies, like, you're done with rallies. Like, if you're not even in the very niche rally section for rally and garrison, like, you're done. Like, you're not gonna rally with that. If you're rallying with that, you probably shouldn't be a rally or garrison league, in my opinion. So let's just go ahead and move on to this one, and let's go put this as a K2. KVK2, S tier rallies, and then we'll just go ahead and put in KVK2, A tier rallies, and then for here we'll do KVK1, A tier rallies, KVK1, S tier rallies, and then A tier rallies. A tier rallies. Alright, so we cover KVK1, KVK2, and then Season of Conquest, SS tier, S tier, A tier, B tier. Right? Anything below B tier, honestly, is like really not worth mentioning for KVK1 and 2 because you're not going to be building those commanders. Is that fair, everyone? Does everyone agree with this? I think this is pretty fair. Let's go ahead and move on, guys. Alright. Let's start from the very top. Double S tier. Best rally for troop type. This is gonna be pretty easy. Where's Attila at? Where's our boy Attila? Well, let's actually move over all the rally garrison commanders first. Like, obviously we'll need Shapur, Subutai, Attila, Tadic Ibn Ziyad, Shapur, Ashurbanipal, Shapur, Saladin, and all those commanders. Wait, why am I putting... well, I think we can put those there. Whatever. Let's put all those commanders there first, and then we'll find out. What else is there? Okay, I think William Wallace, Scipio Aemilianus. We might need another Scipio Aemilianus, actually, to be honest with you. Tadic Ibn Ziyad, another copy is nice. Pakal is actually a good one. Harold was used. Attila, Takeda, Edward the Lewis Stock. Where is Tommy? Where's CJ at? Do we have CJ? CJ's here. Alright, I think that's a good starting point. Let me go ahead and make another Tadic. Scipio Aemilianus, if you have them. Scipio, there you go. Oh, we'll just add this whole row. How about that? Yeah, I think this is a good starting point. Oh, yeah. Definitely purist nowadays. I think that's it. I think that might be it. Okay, cool. Maybe structure rally tier and the counter rally? Maybe. Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, because well, we'll explain it. When we go through this, we'll explain it. But let's go. Start from the very top. Obviously, one of the best rallies that we'll be able to find in the game is Attila Subutai. Now, why Attila Subutai when it trades so negative against Gorgo Tokugawa is simple. And just for your reference, guys, I am a rally lead that has spam used my Attila Subutai. And obviously, I have one of the best Attila Subutai setup in the game right now. And I have won KVK with them. I have won against Gorgo Tokugawa. I have lost multiple times against Gorgo Tokugawa. Everything else I have destroyed against in my last couple KVKs, last several KVKs. Ever since Attila Subutai became a thing, I came out of my shell of being a garrison lead for Eleanor Terra, and I just became a rally lead for Attila Subutai. I've used Arch setup. Well, I had one of the best Arch setup in the game right now. Until I converted over to Delta, and I have used both. And here is my assessment on Attila Subutai. Attila Subutai is the best cavalry rally, hands down, that only gets defeated by Gorgo Tokugawa. If you have a good enough of a rally lead as Attila Subutai rally lead, you will not lose to any other garrison except Gorgo Tokugawa is my assessment. I don't care if it's Gorgo and Hera with full pincer. You can beat those quite easily. But if you have the best Attila Subutai, you'll lose to a mediocre Gorgo Tokugawa. As a matter of fact, if you watch one of the latest balance mode testing that Chisco has done in balance setup, Attila Subutai loses 2-to-1 trade. So Attila would take half of the kills of Gorgo Tokugawa when you just raw rally against Gorgo Tokugawa with Attila Subutai, right? With even setup. So if you have even like level of equipment and armaments, and you go against full on force against a Gorgo Tokugawa, you'll lose 2-to-1 trade basically all the time. Gorgo Tokugawa is just that OP. But everything else in Rise of Kingdoms, every other garrison that you'll be able to find in Rise of Kingdoms, Attila Subutai will be able to beat. It's my assessment. And I've seen this happen all the time. And I think that's a pretty fair assessment of what the current best meta for garrison is. So Attila Subutai does deserve an SS spot here, in my opinion. Let's just go ahead and move on. Alright, Shapura Ashurbanipal also does deserve. I'm gonna move around these guys afterwards, so just don't mind where they are right now. But Shapura Ashurbanipal is also a great rally right now. But personally speaking, guys, speaking, and let's take a look at Shapur's kit to kind of talk about why he's good, right? Shapur, although I didn't even have it unlocked, has this passive skill. Where's the shield blocking? Yeah, so no, active skill. So when you have Shapur as a rally lead and you use your active skill with Shapur, it would actually prevent the enemy from receiving shield impact for the next 2 seconds. This mechanics is actually designed specifically to counter the mechanism that Tokugawa brings into the game, where he takes 600 damage factor of Mighty Shield on top of 1200 damage factor of Mighty Shield with his first skill and his fourth skill. Now, with that said though, this commander is designed so that rallies can eventually beat Gorgo Tokugawa and Gorgo Tokugawa only. So this rally is actually made as a counter to Gorgo Tokugawa, or at least Tokugawa or Hera. With that said though, from personal experience, I think in real life scenarios, well reinforced Shapura Ashurbanipal will trade evenly against Gorgo Tokugawa is what I've seen. As a matter of fact, in the most recent chess goals, and I keep going back to this because this is the one that I just watched most impressively. The most recent video that Chisco has posted on his video with like Arc of Osiris test balance most testing. Actually, Gorgo Tokugawa will win slightly against Shapura Ashurbanipal, despite the fact that they are made specifically to counter that Gorgo Tokugawa meta. So for that reason, I think Shapura Ashurbanipal should have been made a lot stronger. In my opinion, especially the Shapur side, like Ashurbanipal was there from the beginning, so Ashurbanipal is not really at fault here. I think Shapura Ashurbanipal should have been made much better, so that it would actually just kill anything that does any shielding, or even like just do enough damage so that it will beat Gorgo Tokugawa. Unfortunately, that's not the case, but it is still the best rally lead for archers, in my opinion. So that's basically what that is. For infantry, it gets a little tricky, but I think the best rally lead for infantry currently is Scipio Aemilianus with William Wallace. Now, you might be wondering, oh well, isn't Scipio Aemilianus with like Tariq Ibn Ziyad better? No, well, here's the thing. Like, for infantry, I think the best formation for infantry is actually pincer And whether or not you can actually maximize your value of pincer or not actually does determine how well you do on the field, how well you do on the rally or garrison setup. And for you to actually maximize that, you need 2 smite damage dealing commanders. And for that reason, Scipio Aemilianus and William Wallace actually does better, in my opinion, than Tariq Ibn Ziyad and Scipio Aemilianus, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just what I've observed so far in the game. By the way, what do you think about the new cavalry commander? Worth investing? For Kangam-chan, I think you can treat it like a Shazar. If you're building 2 Delta set, I think it is worth investing. If you're not building 2 Delta set, I would say you don't need to. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I could be wrong. But that I think Kangam-chan is optional. It's gonna be good to have for sure, just like how Shapur is. But the other ones, the David, I think you need to get him. Like for if you're a cavalry main like myself, yeah, you need to get David regardless of whether you want to get it or not. Like that's the only chance of you getting combo damage dealing garrison. It is what it is. I think for garrison setup, like you don't really have a choice. If you're a rally or garrison late for cavalry, you need to get David. I think he's okay though. But yeah, so that's what I would put at the SS tier. Now, do I want to put Shapur Ashurbanipal above Attila Subutai? Previously, I would have done it. And I think on the last tier list that I did for the best rally tier list, and I think I've done one very recently, like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I think I did put Shapur Ashurbanipal above Attila Subutai. But what I've seen in the last couple KVKs was simple. For one, Shapur Ashurbanipal is much weaker against a swarm, against your rally. And also at the same time, it is actually not even trading that much positive against Gorgo Tokugawa, right? And if in balance mode, if it doesn't trade positive against Gorgo Tokugawa, then, you know, by design, Shapur Ashurbanipal has failed to done what its sole job is, in my opinion, so that I would actually put it below Attila Subutai at this point. Like, you guys can call me if I'm cavalry simpleton or whatever, but Attila Subutai, I think, is just more versatile. The fact that it beats all the other garrison is a win, right? It beats Eleanor Hera, it beats Gorgo Hera, it beats, I don't know, Choyoung Hera, or any variations of Choyoung. Attila Subutai beats all those things. But if you're looking at Shapur Ashurbanipal, it does trade evenly against Gorgo Tokugawa, which is a big thing. Which is, I'm not trying to discredit that. If you can trade evenly against Gorgo Tokugawa, which is the most overpowered, disgusting garrison that you'll find in Rise of Kingdoms, I think Shapur Ashurbanipal does lose his first spot against Attila Subutai, especially now, because we just had David IV announced into the game. And if David IV does go into garrison meta, I think Shapur Ashurbanipal's future does look kind of little worse until they have another rally pair for Shapur, in my opinion. I'm in pre-KVK 3 right now, and I need a pair for Arthur. I'll probably get Achilles then. Yeah, I'll suggest that is the best right now. So those are the main rallies that I'll run on these troop types. I don't think there's any variations even for infantry for that. Let's just go ahead and move on to S tier. Best rally alternatives. Best rally alternatives for cavalry. Like, I'm not even gonna put Justinian in there. Like, it's just not worth it. Yeah, Yeah, Nevsky Justinian is not. It's not S tier. You cannot use Nevsky Justinian. Although, I will say, best alternative for infantry is going to be Scipio Aemilianus with Tariq ibn Ziyad. It's not going to utilize the full value of Pincer because Tariq ibn Ziyad does skill damage, but it does provide you a little more anti-swarm ability because if you do swarm Tariq ibn Ziyad, Tariq ibn Ziyad would actually do more damage. So a lot of people actually has done Tariq ibn Ziyad mixed up with Scipio Aemilianus, and they do use those in rally setup lately. So that is one thing that I've seen happen. I think a lot of people for archers have run Henry V and Ashurbanipal. I think those rallies could work. I don't think I can actually put him at the S tier though, because the S tier is such a hard place. I will probably use it at an A tier. It is usable. It's not recommended. It is what it is. It's my opinion. Now, do I think Subutai Achilles can make it to S tier? Because I tested this rally, right? On Arquebus Tires. Because Achilles' skill, I think only except for one of them, can kind of work on rally setup, I believe. I think the force skill is the only one that doesn't really benefit from rally. But I think it still doesn't solve the core issue of not being able to beat Goro Tokugawa at the end of the day, right? Because if you look at Achilles' kit, his expertise / third skill does not trigger off of smite damage, right? So he cannot spam his active skill like he would be able to against things like, I don't know, Eleanor Hera. You will be able to spam this all the time with Eleanor proccing the heck out of her active skill. And what else? If David is actually going to be in the new rally mix, new garrison mix, I think Subutai and Achilles could work against David. But aside from that, like, it still doesn't fix the core problem that we had before, and it is a lot less tanky in terms of it is a lot more swarmable than Attila Subutai. Now, do I think this is better than Scipio Aemilianus and Tariq ibn Ziyad? I think so, because it at least does pretty good job of utilizing the delta and at least wins against anything but Goro Tokugawa, I would imagine. So that's what I would do here. That's what I'll do here. I'll put it at the S tier. I think it is usable, but I don't think it's really that amazing. Like, it's not as good as Attila Subutai, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, we haven't tested it, but the core question of whether or not it can beat Goro Tokugawa is not solved. I don't think it will win against it. So, it is what it is. Alright. With that said, let's move on to archers. Now, I know a lot of people actually tested out Qin Shi Huang. But I don't think Qin Shi Huang is really that good as a rally lead, in my opinion. The only thing that it does really good job of is just killing anyone that is around the rally, right? But I don't think it does enough focus DPS against the rally or garrison. So I don't think Qin can be an S tier, in my opinion. With that said, though, I think Henry Ashurbanipal can actually make a spot here. Yeah, it is an alternative. A lot of people uses it as a counter, kind of like, what do you call it? Anti-swarm rally for archers. I think that is pretty good. Henry has a lot of counterattack damage built into this. I think we can actually use him. Alright. And you know what though? I'll actually adjust this. I think this is a... Yeah, I don't think we need a B tier for this. Then we'll just combine it to niche or usable rallies. Yeah. Because like, as a rally lead, you're not going to really use anything really trashy at the end of the day. It is what it is. You're not going to use... yeah, actually... Yeah, no, never mind. But let's add a row below. But we'll just call it B... Niche out of meta rallies. There you go. Yeah, I think B tier isn't necessary because some people will still run Nevsky Justinian as a rally in 2025. I don't know why, but they do. So it is what it is. All right. Now usable rallies, A tier. I think some people use Attila with Charles Martel. I know this is kind of a weird thing, but they use this rally for one reason and one reason only, so that you can actually do a counterattack damage rally, a counter rally, right? And thing about counter rally is that when you launch a counter rally against an enemy troop, what this does is that this rally would actually just go and do more damage to the rally, so that the rally would actually die itself, right? The problem with that is that you're actually going to end up in the enemy territory where there's a lot of swarmers. Most likely you'll see Attila charge Martel as a rally, a counter rally against a pass swarm rally, right? So if you guys hold the pass, the enemy's rallying your pass, and if you use Attila charge Martel to counter rally that, then you'll take... a lot of people are going to be very hesitant to swarm that rally just because it does so much counterattack damage, right? If you look at Attila has so much normal damage and counterattack damage built in with his active skill. And also Charge Martel, which I don't really have maxed out just because of the fact that I use him for swamp. He has built-in 30% counterattack damage too. And even without Relic, I think a lot of people will still use Attila Charge Martel as a counter-attack rally or a counter rally. And it is usable rally, in my opinion. And what else is there? What else is there that is usable rally? Tariq Ibn Ziyad. I think Pakal? No, not Pakal. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think Tariq Ibn Ziyad and Pakal is a usable rally. So this is a very anti-swarm rally too, but for the infantry version, right? Pakal is a very interesting commander that actually takes less damage, I think. Let's go ahead and go to infantry. You guys can see that I did not build Pakal, but his force skill is very interesting, right? He has 10% less damage taken as a default. And if your troop is on the map and surrounded, it gains extra damage reduction up to 6 troops. So if you're getting mass swarmed with Pakal, you gain up to 40% damage reduction with Pakal. And for that reason, along with the fact that Tariq Ibn Ziyad does additional damage factor when he is surrounded. And that goes up to what? Yeah, like this skill goes up to what? 3400 damage factor, single target. When you expertise Tariq Ibn Ziyad. Like this rally right here actually does work as a counter anti-swarm rally in my opinion. A lot of people use it. We have seen it before. It's not too bad. And I think here we can technically put in things like Qin Shi Huang and maybe Asher Venipal, or what else could be a Qin Shi Huang rally? Zhu Liang? Where's Zhu Liang at? Qin Shi Huang, Zhu Liang? I've seen that rally before. It kind of does the same job, in my opinion, as basically all these other guys. I don't think Zhu Liang should be it now. Yeah, I think Qin Shi Huang and Asher Venipal, a lot of people use it for rally setting with archers. And what it does, it actually does whatever Qin Shi Huang does for the field. But it will do it for all those armies that are surrounding your rally. So it kind of does the AoE damage to anything that is approaching the objective that you're attacking, which does include a lot of reinforcements, right? So if you have Qin Shi Huang, Asher Venipal in there, it will just kill a lot of reinforcements. It will look like you have really, really good reports. But technically speaking, I would say Shapur Asher Venipal is still the better rally, right? But it is usable. I've seen it work before. But I don't think I can put it in an A tier. I think I need to put it in a B tier. In all honesty, it's not something that you should be using, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's where I'll put it. If you want to use Qin Shi Huang variation, it doesn't have to be Asher Venipal. It can be Zhu Liang. Yeah, I would say just go ahead and use it as a niche. I think Shapur Asher Venipal does a better job. And archers, like main rally metas, archers' sole purpose is for you to break into Gorgo Tokugawa. What this does is does a lot of AoE. But this one, Shapur Asher Venipal, does its job of just attacking that one target, which is what the rally is supposed to be meant for, right? That's why Henry was in the meta for so long, because he does really, really good job of doing a lot of damage to one target and punishing anything that does attack you. So that's what I would put it. As a matter of fact, would I put it above? I think I'll put this above Scipio Aemilianus and Tariq Ibn Ziyad, in my opinion. Yeah. That's what I'll do. And do we have another Asher Venipal here by any chance? I think I might need another one. Let's go ahead and add another one. Do I have an Asher Venipal? Oh no. I might not have another Asher Venipal here. Oh, there you go. And I think a lot of people actually do use Asher Venipal Zhu Liang as a niche rally. I think it works to a degree. But it's not something that I would really recommend at the end of the day, for the same reason. Your purpose as a rally should be breaking that structure that you're attacking. I think Shapur Asher Venipal does his job the best. Henry Asher Venipal maybe secondary the best. Outside of that, I don't think it really works. And any variation of Asher Venipal, I don't think I should recommend you using Asher Venipal with anyone else, because Asher Venipal's skill set works specifically, is made for Asher Venipal as Shapur. So if you want to use Shapur to its maximum potential, if you look at Shapur's kit, he has this skill. If this commander is leading a rally, whenever their rallied army gets a buff, it has 25% chance, 50% chance to get 100 rage, and gain 30% skill damage bonus for 4 seconds, for 3 seconds. Now, Asher Venipal is the only commander that actually has regular source of buffing built in my opinion. And that's why Shapur Asher Venipal works really well. I don't think you should use any variations of Shapur plus Alpha at this point in game, because no one else actually has this regular, like, sustainable for source of buff built in than Asher Venipal, in my opinion. So that's why I would say Shapur Asher Venipal should just be used with Asher Venipal, in my opinion. Now, I know some people do use Nevsky with Justinian. Do I want to put him there though? Do I want to put him at a B tier? Because yeah, so the reason why a lot of people use Nevsky Justinian is simple, because they did not make 2 separate garrison armaments, which is fair, right? They didn't really, the Delta or Arch is now the new meta for cavalry. If you have Attila Subutai, then you'll have either Arch or Delta, and if you haven't swapped over to Arch or Delta and you are using Eleanor Hera, some people will still use Nevsky Justinian as a rally lead. And it is a real rally that people use nowadays. Do I think it's a good thing? No. You should not. If you're a rally lead, you should never open a rally with Nevsky Justinian in 2025, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. So what I'll do, do I have a monument image? Do I have a monument image? By any chance? No, I don't have any images that I can use. Do I not have RIP? Really? No way. No way. There's no way I don't have a single RIP image. Oh no, never mind. That's a different one. Let's add a monument image. Yeah. Let's add a monument image right next to the ski Justin. Yeah. Attila, yeah, Attila Takeda is actually usable for one reason and one reason only, and that is if you're rallying cities. If you're using Attila Takeda, you actually will take a lot more sev wounds. Hence, you'll be able to actually fill up the enemy's hospital a lot better. So Attila Takeda is actually not that bad of a rally for that one specific reason, and that is for city rally. Now, would I rally with Attila Takeda in 2025? No, I'll just use Attila Subutai and I'll just run twice. But Attila Takeda does have its use, and it does have advantages against other rallies in the game. So, personally speaking, I think Attila Takeda does deserve a spot in the niche or out of meta rallies because it does have its use and advantages against some situations like city rallies. So I'll leave Attila Takeda over there, not going into the ripped area because Nevsky Justinian I don't think you should be using in 2025. Alright, that was a long list of rally meta in Season of Conquest. Now let's just go ahead and move back to KVK Season 2. Best S tier rally is simple. I think it is still gonna be Edward of Woodstock with Tamaris for archers. Obviously, if you're KVK 2, you're less likely to have Edward of Woodstock and Tamaris as an option for you because that means that you had just wasted a bunch of different gold heads into Edward of Woodstock and Tamaris. But for those of you who are mega whales who has unlimited funds in the game, you have max purchase all your gold heads from day one of your game up to KVK 2. This is an option that you can consider. Edward of Woodstock combined with Tamaris technically would probably be the best rally lead in KVK 2. Period. You don't really have a better alternative. It is what it is. Now, for infantry though, I think there is a rising star that you can consider, which is Pierce combined with CJ. Now, do you want to put CJ in the front? Maybe? For smite damage tree? I think that might actually not be a terrible idea, but I think Pierce's normal damage buff comes from active skill, so unfortunately it is a trade-off, right? Pierce has defensive tree, so you might need to use the infantry tree if you do want to use Pierce as a rally lead. But that normal damage buff of 20% is no joke, so let's just go ahead and change the order again. Yeah. Pierce CJ. This is one of the latest KVK 2 meta that I think it might be. Yeah, I think that might be really powerful, especially when you're building like something like Pincer in KVK 2. If you're just building the armaments, obviously you're not gonna have the best of the pincers, like, you know, power unlocked by having the special inscription on the first slot and the second slot. But still, Pierce CJ I think is a really good rally for KVK 2, in my opinion. It just does really good job. Like, if you look at both of their kits, let's take a look at both of their kits, right? Pierce, his active skill will do 1400 damage factor with 20% normal damage bonus. Now, what 20% normal damage bonus does is two things. For one, it will make it very anti-swarmable. It will make it very strong against swarms. So it will make this rally a very good anti-swarm rally. Because if you attack something that has normal damage bonus, guess what? You're going to take a lot of counterattack damage from rally, right? What is really a shame, though, is the fact that he does direct damage instead of smite damage. But the 20% normal damage bonus would actually amplify what CJ will do in the coming active skill cycle for CJ, which will do smite damage. So this is really good skill. Second skill, it does have also, when you're outside of territory, you deal 20% more normal damage bonus. Now, 20% normal damage bonus, again, does two things. It would make it less likely to be able to be swarmed against swarmers in a rally setting. Also, at the same time, it will also buff what CJ does with his active skill, right? So, very strong skill to be paired up for CJ. And then third skill, if this commander's troop is on the map, which means that when it's in the rally setup, it will be able to use this. You get 20% attack and 500 shield for yourself whenever you use basic attack. with 10% chance, with for 3 seconds with cooldown of 8 seconds. Very strong skill. Shielding is really good in any scenario when you're rallying your garrison, because it is gonna take a while for you to get that shield off, especially if you're swarming that. In the meantime, you'll also take all the normal damage buff that you'll get, and the counterattack damage that is buffed by normal damage buff at the end of the day. So this is really good skill, in my opinion. For skill, this commander's troop takes 20% less skill damage. Oh, guess what? KVK 1 and KVK 2, except for infantry marches, would almost always do skill damage. So taking 20% less skill damage is amazing. Also, at the same time, you'll do 10% more damage if you have a shield, which will be when you have this activated. Overall, very good skill, I would say, just from the fact that it has 20% skill damage reduction. Expertise. Whenever this commander is using a basic attack, it has 10% chance to reduce the attacker's attack by 30% for 3 seconds. This is really good if you're actually attacking something, especially something like a structure. You'll have 10% chance to reduce this attack. If you time this right for the active skill, you'll take a lot less damage, right? So Pierce, I think, is a really good commander for rally. The only problem that he has is just that his skill tree is not really a skill tree or smite tree. So that's the only downside of Pierce as a rally. But and the fact that his active skill being normal damage bonus forces him to be in the front of CJ for maximum damage uplift at the end of the day. Yo stranger, how's it going? Chak Jun-gyung, CJ. CJ does 1500 damage factor of smite damage, and if the target has less than 30% of units remaining, it also silences the target for 1 second. Out of box question, yes, go for it. Very straightforward. The only smite damage commander in Rising Kingdoms for KVK 2. Smite damage is amplifiable with smite damage amplifying armaments, which is really good. 1500 damage factor does sound low, but it does not get reduced by skill damage reductions like what Pierce has or what Saladin has, which makes this almost like a true damage for KVK 2. So I think this is a really good skill, and the fact that it has a little bit of silence added to it towards the end is also really good. What do you think of Arthur and David as an open field march instead of Hector? Personally speaking, I would not separate Arthur and Achilles. Even for me, like I have a spare Arch and Delta setup. I have the main Delta setup. That looks like this, right? I have a spare Delta setup that looks like this. I have an Arch setup that also has the use potential if I just reroll this. Even for me, I don't think I would ever separate Arthur and Achilles. I know that if you want to use 2 Delta setup, you want to use Kangam-chan with Achilles and Arthur with someone else, which is going to be either Hector or maybe David as an open field. But yeah, I would just go ahead and use Arthur, Achilles. I would not use 2 Delta setup. It's my opinion. And I'll just wait for the next cavalry release. I'm planning to use Kangam-chan and Achilles together. Yeah, that's fine. And it will work. I think Kangam-chan and Achilles will work. One of the reasons why I put him at the A tier for my last open field commander tier list is because I think he's usable with Achilles. Would it be better than using Arthur? Would it be worth splitting Arthur with Achilles? I'm just not too sure about it yet. And I will have to build Hector either way because I'm a garrison lead, right? And David would have to go paired up with Hector if you want to use him as a garrison lead for Delta. So I'll give you my opinion after I test those out. But personally speaking, I'll just go ahead and stick with using Arthur Achilles. Is my opinion. Yeah. But anyways, thank you for stopping by and asking that question. But yeah, KVK 2 S tier. So for those, yeah, we were We were just reviewing CJ.
No knight
My
of
apologies,
sitting
guys.
者国之重器，不可轻
CJ. Yeah. Second skill, attack bonus 40%, Mars speed 15%, everything your rally commander will need. And expertise / third skill. If this commander troop is on the map, whenever it takes skill damage, smite damage, or combo damage, it has 50% chance to reduce the damage by 50%. This is why he is actually really usable for either field or rally, because it is so tanky. If you have 50% chance to reduce skill damage, smite damage, combo damage, like if you're 1v1 against a garrison, this is really, really good. As a matter of fact, if you're going against something like Charles Mattel YSG, guess what? If you have 50% chance to reduce the damage of that skill by 50% on top of having 20% extra skill damage mitigation from Pierce, you're gonna almost take no damage from this, right? And the trigger chance on this is no joke. 50% is a lot. And then it will also deal smite damage up to 3 enemies in a fan with 500 damage factor. This is like kind of compensating for the fact that he's not having too much smite damage factor in the active skill. So this is really good. This is really good. Although the cooldown is 10 seconds, kind of being high. But I think this is a really, really good skill. I think that's why, this is why Pierce CJ as a rally does work. For skill, if this commander's only infantry, you gain up to 15% normal damage bonus when max. And whenever it launches a basic attack against field troop, it has a 50% chance to cleanse. So, just taking a look at it here, you do not really get to utilize the second part of the skill, but it doesn't really matter. You just get 15% normal damage bonus. That is all you need. That's going to amplify your smite damage. That's going to amplify your counterattack damage. It is busted how good this is. And as a matter of fact, I might even put these guys above Edward and Tamiris after I see how well they perform in my next KVK on my max level newbie account. I'm just a little hesitant because of how strong Edward and Tamiris has been in the game so far. But Pierce and CJ is like the new infantry meta for KVK2. No doubt about it. It's S tier by far. And yeah, I think that's really, really good. Now, cavalry though. Cavalry, I don't think there is really that much options that you can use as cavalry. I think the only option that you have is probably Saladin and Khan, if you have Khan, which I don't recommend, and which I also don't recommend you maxing Saladin in KVK2. I'll say 5551 is more than enough for you to use Saladin. So cavalry, if you're cavalry lead, a cavalry rally lead, I would just say you should probably use. You should just try to field, in my opinion. As a matter of fact, I think I would just move it down to A tier. I don't think Saladin Khan actually deserves to be in the same tier as those two guys. Yeah, I don't think cavalry is really meant for rallying at the end of the day in KVK2, in my opinion. I did arc, and the trades were directly good, decently good. However, I did find it to be squishy though. Carry on, yeah. And what else? KVK2 A tier rallies. I think you can technically use like Saladin with Minamoto if you want to use it. And potentially Saladin with YSG is probably the last one that I'll put there if I find Saladin. Yeah, there you go. Saladin and YSG. Yeah. If you're running infantry rallies, you should just run pure CJ all day. If you're an archer rally, I'll say you should run Edward of Listov with Tamiris all day. If you're cavalry, I think you should do a variation of those three. And I think that's probably it. Now for archers, I think you can potentially use. Where's our man Tutmos at? Where's our man Tutmos? Tutmos, where are you? Did I not bring wait, there you go. You can technically use Tutmos and YSG too. Like, if you don't want to invest in Tomiris and Edward, Tutmos at YSG I think is fine. It's still usable. It's just not S tier. But it only makes sense, right? If you didn't go to an extent to invest all your gold heads into Edward and Edward and Tommy in KVK 2, obviously you're gonna trade wars, you know, using the same setup that you use in KVK 1, right? But Tutmos YSG I think is still kind of usable at the end of the day, in my opinion. I think we can run Saladin. I think we ran Saladin YSG for all Cav rallies in KVK 2. Yeah, Saladin YSG is really good. As a matter of fact, I think I should put him be above Saladin Mina, cause like in KVK 2, guys, like the AOE is like no joke. Everyone's gonna be actually scared of the AOE, and no one really rallies or garrisons off of a different alliance, right? So watching out for rally AOE is actually a big thing. So Saladin YSG I think might be a better play than Saladin Minamoto in my opinion. So I think that's good. Now I might need another Tutmos, so let's just go ahead and find another Tutmos. You guys see that like my whole download spot is actually all filled with Rise of Kingdom stuff. There you go. So KVK 1 S tier rallies. I think Saladin YSG. Saladin YSG is probably the best rally that you can run. For a couple reasons. For one, the only viable garrison that you'll be able to find in KVK 1 is Charles Martel YSG, or any variation of that. Charles Martel with Richard. I don't recommend that, but some people use it. And Tutmos YSG I think is a really strong rally in KVK 1. Period. We have, I think that's it. I don't think there is really additional kind of comments that needs to be said beyond that. Like Tutmos YSG is OP in KVK 1 in my opinion, because you're going against the only infantry garrison in the game, and it just does a lot of damage as a whole. And in KVK 1, I think there is not a better rally than Tutmos YSG, especially because the meta of KVK 1 is going to be Charles Martel YSG or Charles Martel Sun Tzu, whatever it is that we will see. Alright. And I would say Minamoto at YSG is possible. Like if you're running Cav rallies, let's give it a better Minamoto. Minamoto YSG is possible. I don't know if it's gonna be an S tier though, but it is what it is. It's the best cavalry rally that you'll have. And that's it. That's where I'll put it. Variation of that is Minamoto's double C. You can use Minamoto double C, but I don't think it's an S tier. It's an A tier in my opinion. Pierce YSG I think could be usable to a degree. Like Pierce has skill damage, YSG has skill damage and skill damage buff. Pierce makes it a little bit less. It does take less. It does have normal damage buff. 2 of the normal damage buffs built into his kit, so it's less swarmable. And also at the same time, he does have skill damage reduction, which is gonna be dealt from Charles Martel YSG in my opinion. So Pierce YSG I think is a really good S tier rally for infantry. As a matter of fact, I think Pierce YSG does deserve a better spot than Minamoto YSG. There you go. Hello, I'm back. I guess I missed a lot. No, you didn't miss. You didn't miss a ton, my friend. Don't worry. Yeah, I think that's probably the S tier rallies for KVK1. I know some people run Charles Motel YSG. It's kind of like the worst version of Purist YSG in my opinion. It's a shielding version of it, tanky version of it. I would say it's better than Minamoto Double C though, because you know, for one, it does shielding, so and a lot of counterattack damage, so it is anti-swarmable, unlike Minamoto Double C. And yeah, I wouldn't use it for rally though. I would use that commander pairing for garrison more so than rally. So, but it is what it is. Some people use it, and let's just move on. Another pairing. I think I need a little more Minamotos, but I think Tutmos and Medmed is usable if you're rallying cities. Same reason for that. You can use YSG with Medmed if you're rallying cities. I think those are really good for city rally and city rally only, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to vouch for YSG and Medmed on an objective. Don't get me wrong on that. Then for same reason, Minamoto with Medmed for city rally is actually really good. Because it does a lot of skill damage against cities. And Medmed, if you look at his kit, we gotta look at Medmed's kit for me to kind of explain why he's so good for city rallies. So Medmed, if you expertise Medmed, I don't even have Medmed expertise on this account, but if you have expertise Medmed, you have 1350 damage factor in a cone. But if the target is city garrison or watchtower, you deal extra 800 damage factor and has 50% chance to deal 500 additional damage. Right, so this skill all of a sudden becomes 2150 damage factor and has average CPS of 2400 damage factor with 2550 as maximum damage that you can do with the first active skill. This is a busted city rally mechanics that you have with Medmed. Now on top of that, he has this skill right here. Whenever this commanded troop launches a basic attack against a city, it has 10% chance to deal additional damage of 1000 damage factor to the city's garrison. Yeah, so he not only has some crazy busted 2550 damage potential with his active skill, he has extra 1000 damage factor potential that will trigger every 15 seconds. On top of that, he has 20% attack, 20% skill damage bonus, and 10% unit capacity, 10% rally capacity bonus. I think rally capacity bonus also works against city rallies too. So if you want to max city rally, yeah, Medmed is it, guys. Medmed is it. Medmed is just meant from the day one. Is meant for city rally here. City rally commander. It is usable, and if you want a 100 million player in KVK1, guess what? Your best chances are you use YSU with Medmed, or Tutmos with Medmed, or Minamoto with Medmed, and hope that it actually breaks. Is my opinion. And there is a lot of occasions where you will be able to kind of rally those people in KVK1. So that's why I think it is worth mentioning Medmed related rallies, even at the A tier. It's not going to be S tier because it's not going to work against objectives. And objectives is basically why you're running rallies. Why are you running rallies? Because you want to burn down flags, you want to burn down alliance fortresses. That's it, right? But if you're running CA rallies, guess what? Those 3 are busted rallies that you can run against cities. And KVK1, there's going to be a lot of cities that is going to be like sitting out of place, because no one's going to think that, oh, it's KVK1. You're not going to attack my 90 million city. You're not going to rally my 90 million city. I'll take that. Well, guess what? If you see a YSG men rally against your city from a very well-equipped person, I'll say run away, man. Like, because the damage factor difference between what you have and what he has is going to be really different. And if it's well reinforced, chances are that your city might fall. Prince Boom is like so happy to see my pure CJ rally up there. Yeah, I might even put it up above Edward the Woodstock and Tamiris, just because of how accessible that is. Because this is a field rally, a field commander parry too, right? Like, this is not field commander parry. This is field commander parry. So what I would expect for my next KVK for my max LDB account, which has so many different, which is gonna be KVK 2 in 2025. What I'm gonna see, in my opinion, is gonna be I'm gonna see a lot of pure CJ rallies all over the place. I'm not gonna see a lot of Tamiris and Edward the Woodstock rallies. In my opinion, I'm gonna see a lot of Purist and CJ rallies. So that's what I'm expecting. I think that's gonna be true, just because a lot of people who are infantry main whales are gonna be building CJ with Purist all the time. And if you have it already built, why not use it for rally? You know what I mean? It's like there's no point, no reason for them to not use it for rally setup. So that's what I think is gonna happen. We'll see, and we might actually need to move this above Edward Woodstock and Tamiris, in my opinion. Anyways, I hope this was helpful for you. I don't know if you're still here, Christian Palion, in the chat, but this is my personal, from my experience, and from the testings that I did with Subutai Achilles, and from the things that I've seen in KVK1 and my recent restart project. This is my 2025 November best rally tier list that I've seen in Rise of Kingdoms. And I hope you actually enjoyed today's video. If you guys are watching this from a video setup, this was an hour-long video, so I really would like to apologize for such a long video. If this was helpful, though, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And as always, still here, bro. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, Christian. Really, I hope this was helpful. Like, really. I know that I just made this out of blue. It just came out of nowhere. And hopefully this was really helpful. Again, if you guys found this tier list helpful, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And again, I will put, if you're gonna leave a comment about Shapura Shavanapal and why is it behind Attila Subutai, I already explained it in the beginning part of the video. Please go ahead and watch the video all the way. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, though. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. As always, I'll see y'all in the next video. Alright, peace. Alright guys, I am exhausted. but I'm gonna probably be able to edit that real quick and post that up for everyone to watch. Hopefully that's actually a good content for everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, though. And if you guys did, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, though. I'm gonna go now because I have to feed the cats. I wasn't expecting the stream to be 3 hours long. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys are in the Western Hemisphere, hope you guys are having a great rest of your Sunday. If you guys are on the Asia province or that time zone. Hope you guys are off to a great start of the week. Send my Qin Huang making on farm to your mate. Super Savage, bye, yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining. Let's take a look at Prince Boom's Qin Huang. Oh, look at that. Balance and Hunter on your farm. That is nice. With 3.5% all damage. It's not too bad at all, man. Not too bad at all. And look at all those things on farms, man. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Christian Palion, you said it was helpful. I enjoyed the content like yours because I'm a Rise of Kingdoms geek and play for the first time, so there's a lot of things that I don't know. No problem, man. I'm definitely going to check more of your videos out. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, and feel free to stop by anytime. There are some times that I do have a lot of viewers, but there's like days like today where it's like Monday for a lot of people, and it'll be slow. And if you suggest things like that, I'll just go ahead and pop it right away on the stream. So yeah, stop by anytime. I usually stream around the reset timing, so 0 UTC around, just because it's easier for me to kind of play out the game on the restart accounts and whatnot. But yeah, hope it was helpful. It sounds like it was. Really appreciate you stopping by. And with that said, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much, Prince Boom. Thank you. Love you, broski. See you soon. Yeah, likewise, man. Alright, I'm gonna go feed my cats. Thank you so much. Peace.